Alrighty, I'm in for the air signs this week. Sorry, clutter around the mic boom here. Yeah. So anyway, air signs this week. Okay. It's been interesting energy I'm picking up on. This is love, spirituality, and romance all mixed into one here. We're going to start with the spiritual side and work our way down. So I'm going to start with Aquarius, then Gemini, then Libra in that order. I will give me an hour after and I will timestamp, and those in the Infinity Room. If you're not connected, that's Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. You guys get an extra weekly energy report to pile on top of these readings as well. Okay. Haven't had much time to get anything else in there, but I'll try to do that as I go forward. First card for Aquarius on the spiritual side. Here we go. 0, choice. Okay, glare. There are some choices here that have been made, need to be made, will be made over this week. For some, this being the first card, choice has been made here. We're going to go forward. Spiritually, we've been driven. Next card, 7 of Earth. This is about higher learning. I say that lightly, but where do I start? Again, the snake's tail is really strung up around that solar plexus, our self-worth. The choice that we made this week was doused in self-worth. It was made because of self-worth issues in a good way, standing up for this. We're doing this as we move forward. Notice the fire on the shoulders. This is burning up our past. I feel like we are no longer going to be dragged down by things in our past. We're completely and utterly moving forward. Like a lot of the signs here, but I feel very much so for the Aquarius. We are burning shit up and moving forward. And again, it has to do with our self-esteem. The decisions this week or coming up, or the decisions that we made, have to do with this area specifically. Next card, we'll look at that. It's the 10, completion. I don't think we're ever complete when we're talking about spiritual journeys here. We're always evolving, but something here has been ignited. Again, look at the shoulders and how much more emphasis there is here, and the lighting up of such. The real vibe I get here is the top chakras are starting to align here. We may have been pulled by something in that solar plexus area that we have now released by making a decision, has released us and now fueled that fire so we can start going up that tree a little higher. This is what I feel has happened. Spiritually for the Aquarius is very good stuff. Top of this choice, decision that was made may not have been a happy decision to make, but nonetheless are staying on the light side of things and may have been guided spiritually to do so. First card on top of that is the 4 swords. This is about rest, relaxation, recharging of batteries, taking oneself out in order to gather resources to deal with things better. On top of the chakra system here that I feel, again, the choice they made, the decision they made was doused in self-worth, had to do with our self-worth. As we move forward, the clarification card, we get the 7 of coins. That's about having tended, she's tended to this whatever money bush, okay? We'd put all the work and effort. Now we're just checking to see, is this ready to pluck? And the answer here is we got to wait a little longer. Things are not ready to go here. So whatever decision we made could have been in work, life in general, romance. Things are not right. Okay, next. Again, the firing up of the chakra system here. These Aquarians are not letting other things keep them down. We may have had a decision here to let something go, and it's really fired us up to springboard us spiritually in a way I don't know that they understand quite yet. So clarification on there's 2 wands, yeah. And that is about making that decision to go left or right. Crossroads that they've come to, made a decision. It's highly productive here, especially in our self-worth. On top of the 4 swords, talking about the break that is taken, needed, kind of downtime here is what I get. We get the Empress. This is good because this break that we take is going to end up giving us all that we need to feel abundant, secure, happy, healthy, this kind of thing. So if it was in regards to work, we're going to charge our batteries and get back in there. If it's regard to romance, it's still the same idea. We're really fueling ourselves from the inside, maybe even spiritually, and then moving forward. On the 7 of coins, again, there's something here. It's not working, not right. So we need to wait a little longer. We get the Tower. This may have been where the decision came in here. The Tower, okay, give me a moment. I have to go back to the initial. Yeah, that's where the self-worth was here. We may have hung our self-worth on something, a job or a relationship here, that wasn't right. It wasn't. Didn't balance us out. Wasn't right. Something wrong here. The Tower come down and blew it apart. Okay, so there's an incident or whatever that come down, and the sense that you're in an abundance, in an abundant flow, I feel like it was us that had a hand in it. I feel like it was our decision was the Tower upon someone else, but nonetheless, 2 of Wands. The decision that was made, we have the King of Pentacles. May have been about an earth sign, or may have been about someone who is financially secure, solid and stable. It may be us trying to get to that place of being financially stable. And I feel this hits more heavily here. There's a decision here that is shocking, having to do with our future forward. Okay, and it might have to do with our stability as well. As we keep going into the spiritual side. On top of the Empress energy, again, the abundance that we feel is very much attached to the Aquarius. After the time of either, made a decision, we had to go down for what we did here. It hurt us or pained someone else in some way. And the Aquarius is never far from empathy, but nevertheless using their mind to make a judgment call here that needed to be made. Because of that, it creates more abundance within us. Now, I don't mean that in a way that all things, but it was whatever. If we would have kept going down the road we were going, our self-esteem was getting chewed away. So we needed to let that go. This is what we did. Now we can bounce back. This is what I'm getting. On top of that, we go see the truth. So this is what it is seeing the truth, seeing through those eyes that just right through everything. We may not have been seeing clearly. We may have had rose-colored glasses on, or we may have just been falling for something here that just wasn't coming through. The Tower, what do we get on there? Know you belong. Yeah, know where you belong, really. And this is the thing is, we may have let someone convince us we belong somewhere where we truly didn't. This kind of thing. On top of the King of Pentacles, what do we get? Seek your destiny. I don't, because we start out with a choice that needs to be made here. Eyes that see through everything to what we need to make as a decision. There's some time here that we need to take to recover, but it may be shocking. The results here of what we need to go through in order to make this decision. Just give me a minute here. Something kind of don't fit. Shocking decision, no less. Either comes upon us or we make this decision and it shocks someone else, okay? Again, we're increasing in vibration quite highly through our chakra system because of the choices that we're making, the crossroads here. Now, weirdly enough, what they keep giving me. Just give me a minute. Yeah, they're going, because I'm going, what did we have a choice here? We made a decision. Now we got a tower. They're going, and another decision has to be made after the tower. So we made a decision here. Okay. It's getting that it's quite shocking. But after consequences of this tower falling, which may be midweek to end of week or 2 weeks down the road here. Again, my readings shoot 2 weeks ahead, so be aware of that. But nonetheless, decision is made. Shocking events happen because of this decision. And because of that, we have to make another decision on top of the decision that we made. Okay, this is what they're telling me. Now, know where you belong. This all stems from that. We either know where we belong or we stay out of it. This is kind of the thing. Now, there's been some seeing through rose-colored glasses here, whether, again, in the job or in a love direction or life period. We're seeing right through something. So that has an effect here on the choice that we made. We need to know where we belong so that we can go in that direction in the future. And the crossroads comes after a tower. So it's almost like two towers fall. One little one and a bigger one. Because the little one hits when we make our decision, either for that person or for you. It hits. It's a shock and a change, and it's abrupt. Because I feel like an Aquarius has made a decision here. It's kind of an annoyance decision. Like, okay, I have to make a decision. Okay, there it is. Boom. Made a decision, and it kind of shocking, not coming up quite quickly. Then there's effects of that decision that come down. Again, echoes of you got to know where you belong here. You got to see through clearly to the truth. And we got a crossroads here. We got to make up our mind. So seeking your destiny has something to do with the decisions you're making. Feel like this is what's driving you. Your instinct is driving you to make these decisions because it has to do with your destiny. And then somewhere along the line here, there's a King of Pentacles in the way. And I don't know where he fits, okay? So we'll keep going here. Now we're going to get into the romance side. Just something happened here. It's kind of a double-edged complex thing, but Aquarius, I don't think, is very far from complex. They're always multi-layered, multi-dimensional, lots of stuff going on. Now, yeah, I got a numerology card to break up the spiritual and the love side. So we're going to go into that and see what that highlights. For perseverance, persevering, they are nothing but persevering. Yeah, I feel like the Aquarius is good at this. I feel like the Phoenix should be their animal, you know. They really do keep recharging and re-going and really not letting anything stop them. So perseverance here overall needs to be kept in mind. I think that is never far from the Aquarian. Anyhow, that is just, that's the heartbeat of an Aquarian is perseverance. Though they may say like giving up, but they never quite give up. They always end up rising up. And no better time than now is what they're saying is for this to happen. Okay, so yeah, again, complex stuff, but having to do with the energy of a decision that was made here that increased our self-esteem. And as we make this decision, there's effects that come from that, and there's more decisions to be made on that. And persevering is what we have to keep in mind and keep clear vision to cut through all the BS. And don't forget about seeking your destiny if you know what that is. If you don't, I would highly suggest you look into finding your happy and then just going in that direction. So that is Aquarius Spiritual Holy. Okay, first card on the love and romance side. We get the 8 of Cups, and that's about waiting. We may have been waiting for something to change, and instead of waiting on it to change. We change things ourselves. This is the sense I'm getting. 14 is about temperance. This is about man's kind of trying to turn it on for this woman, and she's kind of pouring drinks all over. Is to, you know, be careful of what you're doing here. Watch what you're doing. Don't overdo things, right? Here, I think they're trying to accentuate that with the drink. Yeah. Next card. 10 of Wands, which is Canes, which is putting our best foot forward. We may have to, the sense I'm getting here is we may be tempering ourselves in weight in order to put our best foot forward here. We're trying to keep things balanced in order to put a brave front forward, or our best front forward. But something about waiting here, I'll get into it. They asked me to switch up the cards for this reading. For this part, or was it the other? Maybe it was the other part. Okay, on the 8, the waiting. What are we waiting for? Knight of Swords. We're waiting and watching for things to show itself. I feel like this is highly clung to the spiritual side. Like we're waiting for signs of where to go, what to do, you know, this kind of thing is what I'm getting from this guy, because he's just kind of overlooking things. Knight of Swords is usually curious and inquisitive, and they want to know what's going on. Here he's very much not willing to take action, but thinking maybe in thought. On top of the Temperance card, which can be about patience and tempering emotions, temper, like flaring period. In this, just give me a minute. There's something I'm not picking up on. They're wanting me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because they're, I don't know if you can see it in the card, but they're showing the, you know, they're going, look at the water overflowing. She's not even noticing it's pouring all over the floor. She's just trying to, you know, be all cool for this guy. And it's like making a mess. So what's going on here? Something she's not paying attention to is what I'm getting. Yet she's paying attention to something here, looking and watching for something, but other things are getting missed. Again, liquids are a sign of emotions. So are we letting our emotions get out of hand? What do we get to clarify there? 13, death. Did we end something in a temper flare? Did we put something to rest, like to change? Did something change because of not paying attention to details? It's kind of what I'm getting here. On top of the 10, putting our best foot forward, we have 20, the Judgment. Well, isn't that interesting? Because even though the 10 here, it's almost like they're introducing to each other. Hi, I'm Frank. Yeah, what's your name? Valerie. Okay, well, Valerie. He's trying to impress her at this, what does it say there? Metropolitan Center. Just give me a minute. Yeah, like an interest, right? An interest, taking an interest. Now it is a 10, so it's the end of a cycle. So are we at the end of an interest level here? I don't know. 20 is about judgment. That is about repenting. This can be about people wanting forgiveness, this kind of thing. This could have something to do with what you're dealing with or the decisions that you've made at this time. The change that has happened could have a great deal to do with people and their wanting forgiveness for some kind of thing. But again, we're waiting and watching for something that is, it seems like we may have made a decision based on things that we don't see, right? Okay. Keep it going. On the Page of Swords, what are we looking at? The Empress. Again, we got the Empress energy here quite highly. Just give me a minute. Pretty sure, yeah, she was here. She's here in the spiritual reading. She's here in the physical, sensual reading. So what does that say? Give me a minute. Yeah, if we're truly an empress in our romantical state, she is just in her abundance waiting for a partner to come in. It's like an attractive vibe here, but again, there's a snake. Oh, excuse me. Snake slithering through in the background. You kind of almost don't see it because you're looking at her and all the things that she's got. She's the shell, the fruit, the shield, the sword. Oh, there's a snake there in the background. Interesting. I'm going to continue on. On top of the death card, again, there may have been a transition here, a complete ending, a cutoff, a change. We get the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a weird card. They have a lizard in the background kind of symbolizing this could go either way. We could have a creepy love card going on, or we could be with someone and not engrossing in all of the, how do you say, like involving in all of the parts of the relationship. But nonetheless, there was something here that we didn't enjoy to the fullest is what I'm getting, and it may have ended. Okay. And again, there was an ominous feeling here. Something was off. The little lizard there, it's just kind of, he could bite at any minute. So, sorry. So that's about that. Now on the judgment, again, people repenting to be forgiven. What do we get there? Oh yeah, Eight of Swords. And that's about a couple being intimate, but there's a lot of green there. So it has to do with forgiveness, healing, these kinds of things in the bedroom. May have been a relationship here. That needed a lot of healing and to erupt in the sexual side. May not have got it, but we may have gone forward anyway. Then this in our self-esteem department was illuminated, and then we're like, yeah, you know what? I'm not, this is not, it's not. I'm out of here. This kind of thing, a Seven of Wands, something's wrong here. We may have gone forward in the intimacy areas before we were completely healed. And because of this, we didn't feel right about the relationship. So therefore, we either ended it or a change happened and just not so great and groovy anymore or whatnot. This kind of thing, something going on in that kind of way. Now the infinity cards are coming up here. On top of the Empress, again, that's the abundant energy. She is abundant in herself, in her self-esteem. She goes forward. The men come to her, and this is how it works. These are sex cards, by the way, 18 plus. So we're talking about deviation from the path here. Now, give me a moment. We're waiting and watching. Yeah, waiting. These are really three people just sitting here waiting on something. Now, we may be waiting on a partner that matches. Now, give me a minute here because this deviation card, it kind of doesn't fit with the flow. Because we're talking about going against the norm. So either we found a partner here that does not fit the norm and we want it to fit the norm, or we have a certain way we want a partner to be and this partner did not fit that. So this is, now just give me moments. I feel like this deviation card doesn't come up for nothing. We'll keep going here. This may have been, again, we may have deviated from our heart path. Meaning we gave up things physically to a partner they, one, didn't deserve, two, didn't earn, or three, didn't want, or coming to us. We didn't want what they gave. So, something like this is going on. On top of there, we got into following a passion streak is what I'm getting. We may have a partner here that we just want for deviation purposes. You get my drift. We may not have a lot of depth to this partnership, but we know that we can go on a certain side of the tracks and they're okay with it. This may be. Now on the 8, again, there's healing that needs to happen here. There's a lot of stuff here. This is beyond the healing part. I feel like we crossed that line in some kind of way here. We have the single male. We may come across a single male. We may have been highly attracted to physically. We may have deviated from our natural form of play in the bedroom. And this was something that we played out with this person, okay? 3, the deviation, what do we get to expand there? 12 of Wands. Now, this is the Knight of Wands. So that is a guy that comes in and leaves quite quickly. He doesn't stay too long. Give me a minute. They're going by the book here. There's something I'm missing from the definition I'm given, and it's gone. There it is. I gotta study these more. Curiosity, negotiation, peaceful solution, meditation, reluctance to use violence despite strength. Yeah, because usually the Knight of Wands, he's quick. He's in and out, eh? I feel like this is what's going on here. We kind of got wound up in something real sexual real quick. Even though we weren't healed enough to deal with it in a proper way. But it may have just gone in and out and that's it. It's gone. Is the sense I'm getting. Someone was curious about us in the bedroom. Okay. Wanting to get a little of that action. And they got it. And yeah, we'll go on to the next card, 7. Again, this card symbolizes somebody being uncomfortable. If you look at them, they're kind of wound different. It's not like she's got her arms like completely embracing him. It's like almost like she's uncomfortable trying to pull away is the way that I read it. And the guy's just kind of groovy. It's like, he's okay. Just keep going. It don't matter, right? So we may have an addict here that we're dealing with, right? Because we're just dealing with the passion and that's it. To expand on that, we get the Ace of Wands. What do you know? Yeah, that's passion card. That's the wand itself, right? So it's erect, away we go. This is all that's on this person's mind here. Now, on the single male, this is the person. Now, this could be the single male himself may need healing. Maybe you may need healing. Maybe both of you need healing in order to make any sense of this. Again, I feel like the choice has been made here in this way, but nonetheless, the card we get on there is 3 of Pentacles. What is that? There's 2 of them I get mixed up. Sorry, guys. Shouldn't be looking in the book this much. There's one is hedonism, and I don't think this is it, but it's close to that. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Oh, the company of prostitutes. So yeah, it's really yeah, the fun factor, right? Fun factor is high here. 3. Okay, that's why I couldn't decipher it. Because he's with, the women of the night, right? So he's having fun. It's all in that vein. So this is really what it was. We found, I think that's what we saw through to. There was a passion here that was just passion. There was not much depth here. So we decided to let it go. Realizing that, the wand is good. It's all the way through here. But there's nothing else. There's nothing else in this card, not even another human being. So there's nothing else this man is thinking of pleasing other than the wand. So this is kind of, we maybe at the end here felt like a floozy, right? Dealing with this man. And the reason is because neither one of us are completely healed here. We may have sexual issues, both of us, and not one of us is dealing with it. So we just had a surface relationship that didn't go anywhere. Okay, now to clarify, take it home. 12 of Wands, yeah, 29. That's the lady of passion. She's looking for passion in her life, but she's looking for more than just passion. She wants passion, love, ecstasy, all of it. So we're going to go and continue to search for that as we go forward. The next card is 26. That's a book of secrets. There may have been secrets here or things that weren't told, instincts going off, no less. I feel like it's very closed. I feel like both parties had secrets that didn't want to tell the other, and it just wasn't going to go anywhere. So we needed to move on because we didn't maybe trust this person wholeheartedly. They weren't trustworthy to us, this kind of thing. So yeah, she's looking for passion. There's too many secrets here. Can't unlock those. So what happens? Yeah, and we're looking for love, really. And what we're finding is we're feeling like a prostitute. So somewhere things need to be healed. I don't feel it's within the partnership that we're looking at here until some serious stuff is done separately. I think these two kind of need to go for 5-6 years, do their own thing, maybe come back 10 years later and might have the keys to unlock this book of secrets between them. But I just don't feel like these two have what it takes here. Again, we're looking toward a great love, but there's too many secrets in the way that we can't get through. So what are we going to do? Fortune card, birth. Universal energy brings you an opportunity, a possibility. Be careful, people, because if we do not want babies, they're coming. They could be coming. You could have a fling and have a baby, and then away you go. You'd have no choice but to deal with this. I don't feel a potential in this way, but nonetheless, a birth can keep you chained to something here. So be careful. Chance of birth. Now that could mean new beginnings as well. Can mean endings, because I do see clearly here there's an ending of a relationship here. There's just too many secrets. Could mean new beginnings of something where this is also, they're going, don't drop the baby thing. So we could go forward in a new relationship after this, but still have the baby problem. Again, it may not be a problem for some people, but for those who are in question of what they want to do with their life and they don't know, not planning, be careful, be aware. Okay. That is Aquarius. Yeah, because the sexual play, right? It's going to lead to 18 years of fun. Okay, first card. Gemini. Here we go. Spiritual side. 14 self. So this is talking about peace and serenity within the self. Holy, my swallowing. I can't swallow. What the hell? Peace and serenity within the self. Again, the communication card, there's none. We're not having communication here. We're strictly dealing with the self and our peace of mind. I feel like the Gemini is highly doing this at this time, trying to create peace within the self, self-harmony. Next card, intuition. Yeah, part of this path is to open up to our intuition. I feel like the Geminis have been using their intuition all along here, but even more so to deal within themselves. I think they're using it to deal with people outside of themselves. And now they're going, okay, now I got to keep myself calm, because I feel like the work's been done here for the Geminis as well. I've done my work. I got to chill myself out here. Like, they stood up for whatever they were fighting for. They may have in the past talked to someone they needed to talk to, dealt with all they needed to do, took action where they needed to do so. And now they're kind of regressing and going, okay, now what? You know, how do I, they know how they felt about all the decisions because they made them. But they got to kind of decompress from all of that. And their intuition is highly guiding them forward. Next card. Again with the chakras, heavy on this deck. Heavy with the air signs. 5, 6, 7, 8 of water. Give me a moment. This guy's happy. Dolphins are happy. They're high vibrational. So this is about getting to our happy place. This may be why we are taking the stance we're taking here and putting our peace and harmony. We have to chill down, digest all this stuff that we're getting intuitively. And then what do you know, once we do this, then we can come out, we're happy about the decisions we made, the actions we took, da-da-da. So this is all good. It's coming to terms with the way our life is at this time. And I feel the Geminis are very action-oriented in this. So any action that they took at this time has led them to a great, happy place. They're not in any regret whatsoever. Now, the Self, the Ace of Coins. This may be in a work area here where we're trying to calm ourselves. Give me a moment. Or at least dealing with our finances in some kind of way. I do not feel it is work per se, but having to do with finances and financial abundance that comes our way. We're happy with what we earn in our lot in life. This kind of thing, this is what I'm getting. Intuition on top of that. You get the Temperance card. These are both red, by the way, right? Root chakra, very secure, very balanced is what they're giving me. So that would suggest, right, our money and our finances, we feel good. Everything's okay. The flow in and out is groovy. We're able to handle it. Something about our intuition, though, that the energy behind there, the intuition, is more what they're alerting that needs balance. We feel quite secure financially, but the intuition is maybe a little out of whack. They're trying to tap in, though, to gain that peace. So where do they go here? So when they get to they're happy about the decisions that they've made, well, what do you know? Man, that's not good. That is not good, Gemini, because what happens is here, this means this could be us. Seven of Swords is she's sneaking away with these swords, just stealing them. This could be self-sabotage. This could be pretending to be happier than we actually are about the decisions we made. I feel on a certain level internally, we are very happy with the decisions we made, but there's something here that's false, something here that we're trying to get away with, having to do with our happy zone. So as we go forward, again, this is on the spiritual side. We're internally trying to gain our peace. Maybe we're not as peaceful and happy as we are showing on the outside, is kind of what I'm getting, because there's balance here that needs to be struck. Okay, let's continue. Ace of Coins, again, financially, we're doing great. All wonderful. May even have more opportunities abound than we normally do. The Ten of Cups on top of that. Peace. Okay, this is where I think the I feel like this energy goes back here. The treachery and the lies go back to the happy family. So this is about emotional happiness. Now, again, we got lots of happy here, but we got goofy cards around it, imbalanced cards around it. This is about striking a balance. And this is about trying to get away with things that aren't quite on the level. So as we go on top of the Temperance card, we get the Star. We're hoping for better things here. Yeah. We're trying to use our intuition to get through something. We may have had arguments with people or family or even at work. Even though we're doing good at work here, we're hoping for better. I don't feel it's at work. I feel it's within the family unit. This will be the kicker. On the Seven of Swords, we get the King of Wands. So that is someone who, if they want something, they go after it. Aries, Leo, or Sag could be or could not be. Meaning someone who, if they want something, they go after it. They're an action taker. They don't let moss grow under their feet. They're moving and shaking all the time. They're large and in charge, this guy. Something to do with this guy being shady, or something to do with our happiness around this guy. But again, there's a faith here that we can have better days and better things come from this. Just give me a minute here. Because there's a happy home card here. This is with the children and the whole bit. That's all happy, happy, joy, joy. Our job, good, great, and wonderful. We may even be getting new opportunities. So why are we going inside to gain peace when we have it outside? Okay, this is what's puzzling me. Now, the star card, why are we hoping? Well, we can always hope for better things. There's nothing wrong with that. Temperance is saying, watch our instinct here, because there's something that we're instinctively being driven. Maybe this is where things go wrong. We're not listening to that instinct, but yet we're going inside. So this week may be a discovery of something instinctively we're trying to overcome here. And then when we go back to these cards, there's a happiness here. But on top of that happiness, we have sneaky behavior and a King of Wands. So, okay, we're going to keep going here. Clarify one more. On top of the 10 of Cups, what do we got? Let the emotions flow. Yes, something's wrong here. Okay, Gemini. Work life, fantastic. Money, good, flowing. We got a family, everything's good and gravy, but we need to vent. We may have some emotional purging to do about our past here, either with a partner or within ourselves, period. We may have some healing that we got to do on our own. Because the energy here is needing to do it by ourselves to create the peace, right? So it's almost like we can't get the healing from anybody else but ourselves. Hope for the future. What do we want here? Again, pouring of water here. It's imbalanced. Like there's quite a scale here to drift. But here it's somewhat imbalanced. Trying to keep our emotional state and our reality in check. But it's not the emotional, it's the spiritual and the grounded earth levels. What's the word there? Spiritual side and our reality side in check. We get love without condition. Yeah, we may have a problem dealing with loving feelings toward another. If we have not purged emotional issues from our past, this would highly affect that. Yes, Sari. This may have to do with this person here. No, no. This person is being treacherous is what's going on. They're sneaking around with something here. Yeah, Wands, fire sign. So somebody here is taking charge in some kind of way. And there's sneaky behavior that's making them happy in some kind of way. It's just flipping all over the place. On top of that, we get share your thoughts. So there might be something on this king's mind. Okay, again, it could be a woman or a man that needs to come forward here. Share your thoughts. He's looking right in there. He should be sharing the thoughts. I don't feel this is happening. I feel like the Gemini is feeling feelings and they're not letting that flow either. It's almost like nobody wants to say nothing here because we don't want to let anything out. But there's trickery, no less. But it's deep down, this trickery makes this person happy. So they need to go in that direction. That's all I know. Now, next, share your thoughts. Yeah, they're going to have to share their thoughts with their partner. If that doesn't agree, it has to be shared nonetheless. But there's a lot of healing that needs to happen here is what I'm getting. And I'm getting between a relationship here. We feel solid financially, you know, our house and everything, maybe even bought and paid for. And we're just kind of, everything's all surplus. So there's no stress. But in the relationship, high stress. Why? Because there's no communication. There's no honest, deep, heart-centered communications. None of that between the partners ever. And we're trying to make things work here and it's not working. But I feel like the Gemini is going to start purging energetically because the frequency is right for that. And they're just going to kind of fall apart at the seams because they're fighting it. they're holding it, they're repressing it, they're pushing it down as far as they can, and you just can't in this energy zone. You can't. So you're needing to share your thoughts forward. This person is supposed to do that. If that's a partner, they're supposed to share their thoughts. I feel like they're on another trajectory because somehow they're manipulating the situation so that you don't know what makes them happy. I don't know why that would be, but that's what they're doing. They need to share their thoughts with you. You need to share your, it's just nothing's going anywhere here. So to clip it and move into the love and romance side, we have 96 is about forgiveness. Yeah. This may hinge, our emotional purging may hinge on some forgiveness within a partnership of things of our past period, people in our past, It goes on. I feel like there's a whack load of stuff here. There's people in our past we need to forgive. There's things and emotions we need to feel to get over, to move forward. None of this being dealt with. None of it's being, everything's being suppressed. So really what you're headed for is a breakdown, emotional breakdown. You know, a breakdown, period. If we don't start forgiving and speaking of our truths here in some kind of way, because not only you being the Gemini, but your partner here, maybe a fire sign, may not, but someone who is very action oriented, very much holding back things, not wanting to speak of it. I feel like this Wands here, they want to go somewhere. They want to do something, and it may not be with the Gemini. But they're not saying nothing. But they need to share their thoughts because it would really free up the relationship, because I think both these partners just need to go their own ways and heal and then decide whether or not it's worth it to stay or whatever at that point. There's some forgiveness that needs to happen here. It's not being sought out for that. Nothing. It's being stuffed. So this, we're headed for an emotional breakdown is what I'm getting. Sorry, but that's what I'm getting. I don't know if it's going to be within the next 2 weeks, but it's not good because the amount of stuffing that is happening here, energetically, it cannot be without some kind of damage, physically, mentally, or both. As we move into the love side, what do we get? Well, Knight of Pentacles. So there's an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This man talks about someone who is financially stable. He is now throwing pennies or whatever into the fountain as if to share. So this man is about sharing. He's trying to gain abundance in his life. He's not yet the king, but he has a lot to offer, and he's wanting to go outward with it. And this is what he's looking for, someone to go outward. This could be where the Gemini's sitting, or whoever, whatever. It could be your partner. Next card is 12, the Hangman. Okay, so that's about being in limbo here. A need to look at things from a different perspective. He's completely upside down. I feel like this might be advice universally for the Gemini. So we need to look at things different here. I think the Gemini is understanding at some point here, if we're going into a meditative zone where we're taking ourselves out of the mix and trying to gain peace. Peace from what, right? Your intuition is trying to tell you something, and you need to look at things differently because we're not seeing it properly, is the sense I get. And yeah, I don't know if we're not illuminated to our intuition, but something's wonky with the intuitive, connecting to intuitively to things here. That may be where we have to flip on our head. We may have been bucking our intuition all along here and not really realizing it. Next card on the romance. 6 of Pentacles. Now, this is about flattery, simply put. This woman, this painter said, excuse me, miss, can I paint your picture? You're beautiful, So he is showering her with flattery, and she's enjoying it and soaking it up. So somebody here in this scenario is coming across this energy. Maybe you feeling this outside of your relationship, somebody flattering you, paying attention to you in a way that makes you feel you know, all those peacock feathers, you just start fanning out. It makes you feel good in a way that your partner can't give you. This may be happening, or this may be happening to your partner. Again, we're needing to look at things differently than we have in the past here. Someone's wanting to give outward and need to look at things differently, and someone's being flattered by things outside, right? Because that's a complete stranger, but she's like, oh, sure, I can pose, you know, feeling all great and wonderful. So something about this energy of flattery. May have been flattered recently. We may get this this week in a way that makes us look at things differently, makes us look at our relationship differently. Could be. Now, on top of the Knight of Pentacles here about wanting to give outward financially. This could be in a financial way. They're making me, hold on. Yeah, they're going, this really does not have anything to do with love per se. They're going, this is about giving of finances outward. So this may be what we're doing in our relationship or what we're going to do outside of our relationship, whatever. Giving of finances in the relationship. To clarify that, Two of Cups. That is about soulmates and deep connections that we feel of a heart-centered nature now. Yeah, it's just these two on the love side. Give me a minute. We're wanting to give outward now. That connects that to the love and giving it outward to a partner. Where they're going, but there's no object. Okay, so somewhere here, either we're trying to give to our partner financially instead of lovingly. Like, are we giving to our partner in a financial way rather than coming from our heart? Is this what we're doing? This is what I'm getting. And somehow that's not translating, okay? We don't get this. Because our partner does not accept finances. They want to be flattered and romanced. And this is not. Okay, but anyway, this is the soulmate card here. So somewhere we're talking about a soul-heart connection. Needing to look at things differently. Look at what? Justice. Again, there's a balance that's going to be struck here. I'm going to keep going. That's just a dead card to me. Six of Pentacles. Flattery from someone, from a stranger. The Lovers. Oh, well, it ain't a stranger no more. We may have one or the other of this partnership. May have found someone outside of them that flattered them outside of the partnership. Because I was getting a very strong feeling. I don't get this from my partner. I don't feel this way when my partner gives this to me. But outside of the relationship, woo, it makes me feel wonderful when I get complimented by this dude. Now they're bumping it up to a lover. So somehow we got flattered and maybe flirted with. And it ended up in the bedroom. Because this is about a connection. Yeah, physically. Now it's interesting because you have the Lovers here and you have another pairing here. Just saying. Okay, next. On the two, the soul connection, we have, what do you know, the Page of Cups. That's about jealousies. Okay, here we go. This man may be contributing highly financially to this relationship, though he may not be giving of emotional or, how do you say, sensitive, okay, just get me words here. Not from a heart-centered place, from his pocketbook, his wallet. That's how he contributes lovingly to this connection is what I'm getting, okay? But they may have been soulmates, no less, at one point in time. But something's happened here that's created jealousy, okay? So this may be this whole scenario right here. We may have someone hitting up on our wife, our what do you call the male side? Husband, that is creating a jealousy, okay? We're seeing it and not having fun with it. So on the Justice card, again, we could have legalities come down. We could be married and get divorced. We could be in a partnership and have, you know, some kind of legalities come down here. So on that Justice card, we get the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about going out and grabbing what you want, okay? Needing to look at things differently, go out and get what you want. Are we in a relationship that has been unhappy? The sense I'm getting from the Gemini, if this is the Gemini or whatever side you're on here, is that I have a great ease contributing to this financially. This may be a soulmate, though I don't know that my partner's happy because they may be off with someone else that's creating jealousy. Now, the universe is saying we need to look at this differently. Are we truly happy or are we not? Is this something that we want to keep, or kind of like a judgment needs to be made here? Now, the Six of Wands talks, and I feel like this floods the whole reading, talks about going and getting what you want. What do you want? Do you want your partner? Then fight for it. If you don't, then let it go and go after what you do want. This kind of thing. If we have jealousies coming because our partner's leaving, that kind of tells you the story. Now, on top of the Lovers here, we get the Nine of Cups, and that's about intimacies of getting to know someone on a sexual level. Well, we've already done the deed, but now we're getting to know each other more intimately. So there's an escalation process here, whether it's the Gemini or the partner of the Gemini. There's an escalation process here in the sexual area. They're escalating this beyond just a one-nighter. It's not just a one-nighter. So this person here might have just gone out and gotten what they want, and they found it in this person that flattered them outside of the marriage or partnership or what have you, and they feel quite lovingly towards that person. Fired up, if you will, right? And now they want to take it further. They want to go in and find out a little more. This is taking more, steps toward looking into things sexually here. So on this Page of Cups, what do we get? We get Salvation. Oof, this dangerous card here. Salvation is the lighthouse that's on a foggy day. You see it and you know that your home is in the distance. It's not far ahead now, right? You're going to be home free. Somewhere in this, there's that feeling. Somebody's holding that feeling of salvation to themselves. I feel like it may be the Gemini. I feel like the Gemini, there's too much intuition here to say that they don't know what's going on. Are they in denial? Could very well be. Could very well be. But yet part of them knows. I feel like this is the Gemini getting mad. Like stuff's going on. They may not see everything, but they know in their heart. What's the salvation? Let's go past. Somebody here is going out and getting what they want no matter what. Okay. Yeah. So it might be a female character. Interesting. This is a married woman, the Queen. She is taken. Now she's going out and getting what she wants. The sense is, if it's not you, you're going to know this. You're not going to be in this mode, right? She is looking for salvation outside of the partnership. She does not feel grounded and groovy. She's not getting what she needs from this partnership. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just getting what I get here. It is sad because nobody's speaking of it. Nobody's letting the other person know. The right thing to do would be to step up and say, you know what, it's not working. I'm not happy. Are you happy? No, I'm not. Are you? No, I'm not. Okay, we got to do something about it. And if nobody does anything about it, then you go. But no information here as to what's going on. There's some shady stuff happening. Now, on top of the 9, again, somebody going outward to expand on that sexual side. I have the Power card. So this couple feels very powerful in the love that they're giving. We may have just started as a spark of a flirt or an interest from someone outside of the partnership. And then it burns into a huge flame. And then what do you know? I want to take this further. I want to go and explore more of that intimate side. And they feel very powerful in this. Whether that's you or your partner, you'll have to discern. Okay. Again, somebody's thinking there's salvation on the other end. I feel like there's a block here in between the solution of this. I feel like there's a block. We're mad and angry, but how do we get from mad and angry to salvation? There's something that needs to be done in between. It may just be laying all this stuff out on the table. I feel like maybe everybody knows what's going on, but nobody's saying nothing. Can this be the case? I don't know. There'd be salvation if we open it up, then we can all go in the direction we want instead of just kind of being locked down on things and somebody trying to throw money at it and hoping it works. Doesn't work. So on 18, on salvation, we have the 5. Ooh. Okay, the 5. Let me explain. This is a nun and this is Casanova. So he's just finished with her. And it is against her religion to do this, so she is feeling guilt and remorse about things. So this may be the partner that's cheating, maybe feeling guilt and remorse, though they know that it's more powerful to go in the direction that they want to go. We may have at one time felt like this was a heart-centered connection, but I feel like, because what they keep pushing is this guy here, he just throws money at it. He's not opening up intimately. He's not opening up in his heart center. It's not there. So that's the problem with that. So if you're the Gemini and that's you, then that's what you need to do in your next relationship. If it's not, then somebody needs to do that in some scenario here. Because there's, again, jealousy's coming out. Again, is this someone gets caught? I don't know. Salvation can be had on the other side of this once all of this opens up, but there's going to be great guilt by someone here who's stepping out. Now on top of the Queen, what do we get? 19, yeah. This is the Sun card, though in this deck, this is the gondola guy. He's going back and forth. He's delivering a lover to a household, and then he's going back before sunset. And then he will pick him up before sunrise and then bring him back. So it's kind of like two lovers passing in the night. That's what the theme, that's what the name of this is. Lovers passing in the night, but there's nobody here because he dropped off the lover at the one house, and then he's going to get him back into the king's bed before, you know, like it's on the sly. And there's guilt about this. Somebody's feeling guilt about doing this because it's on the down low. They're not supposed to be doing it, right? Without letting the partner in, meaning let them know, and then they, you know, they can, the other partner has a right to choose whether to stay or to go. But I don't feel that anything's being talked about except for these two maybe making plans for the future because they feel very powerful in their love together. Now, on top of that, we have the 7. This is interesting. Okay. This doesn't go back to this card, by the way. This one partnership here is really great and groovy. They're getting along. They're, you know, maybe even on the same frequency. Okay. Again, 18 plus here. Did I put that? I don't know if I did. The 7, believe it or not, this card is about dissatisfaction in the bedroom. Somebody here is being pleased. Someone else is not too happy. They're not being pleased. They're just accommodating. So that's about that. So we may have had someone leave here because of this scenario. We may have had somebody that was always accommodating on a physical side and now not wanting to do that and finding a different relationship outside of that that is more in sync with what they want. Not always the giver, not always, right? This kind of thing. Okay. The 5, again, about the guilt and regret that we may have here going to another lover. Somebody is cheating on somebody. It's written all over here. We have the dice, which talks about risk. Yeah, it's a risk to go out and do things because we might have, you know, things we might be sacrificing if we get caught. Family, home, this kind of thing. So there's a risk that we took. Sense is, I don't care, I just took it. This kind of thing. Now, on, you know, kind of the sneaky behaviors, things that go on in the night, again, about going out and getting what you want. Somebody here is going out and doing that. And it may be in the nighttime, getting, You know, we may have a partner that works at night, so therefore we go spend the night with our lover, then we come back before the person gets off work, or weird circumstances like that having to do with dusk and dawn, because this is what they're making me feel. Dusk and dawn is we may have a partner that just works at weird hours, and it makes everything conducive for a romantic tryst, and this is what they're doing. On top of that, we get 37. That's the clocks talking about time. We may have been left alone for a time here. Time is of essence. I feel like somebody like looking at their clock, like bored. So this may have been brewed out of boredom. May have had a partner here that was left alone quite a bit. Intention or non-intention, it's just what I'm seeing. And because of this, like they had too much time on their hands, now they're going to go seek other partners because their partner's never around. This may be an excuse that's being used. Time on our hands. This is what I'm getting for the female here, whether that's the Gemini or not. So on top of this here, not getting pleased, we get 27 a letter. So that is about slow communication that unravels over time. We may get answers here over time about what's going on, but it's not going to all come at once. Man, I can't speak. And it may be that our partner here, whoever is cheating, like legally, I mean, I'm legal, illegal, who's going out and doing this, it's like they kind of want to get caught, but not just yet. You know, it's like they want to get caught, but they're not quite, you know, so that it's like it will unravel over time. Either they'll get more messy with the meetings, but over time here, the risk will just be, boom, there it is. There's the truth. It'll just kind of come to the surface is the sense I'm getting. This goes very much with another reading I did here. Gemini was Aries, I think. Yeah, Aries. So you may want to look into that. That may be the flip. That might be the other side of your partnership. Fortune card, world, be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. I think that the partner here, either the Gemini or the partner, well, the partner is, oh yeah, they're open right now. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but they're open up to every possibility outside of their relationship. I think the Gemini's going to have to open their mind and go in their own way in order to make themselves happy. There may be some healing here, but I feel like this is all, denial or no, this is all going to come to the surface. Just, they're showing me like, you know, how you put one of those big balls, air balls, what do you call them? Beach balls. You stuff that underwater, man. It's rising to the top. As soon as you let it go, it's going up. This is what's happening to the exposure of this. So if the Gemini is in denial and they don't want to see, I feel like instinct is telling them, yes, it's happening, it's going on, but they are in denial. It's really going to be exposed here. Same thing I was getting for Aries. So if you're connected to an Aries, your partner's an Aries, look into the Aries reading. It's all in there as well. You may have to flip your world a little bit here and look at things differently in order to accept that. But it's just going to happen anyway. Slow little bits of information are going to come over time, and then you'll be able to piece it together. So again, the world, they want me to repeat this. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life, because that's what the world wants to show you. Okay. Sad. Some of these are sad. Air. Okay. Next, Gemini and Aquarius, Libra. Okay, here we go. That was Gemini. This is Libra. First card on the spiritual side is Destiny. We may be looking into our destiny. It may be staring us in the face here. Maybe coming across ways to go down these roads here having to do with destiny, love. What do you know? Yeah. There's something destined here in a love direction to come forth. Okay. That's it. Next card, 3. This talks about new directions. So we may be destined for love in a new direction. It's simple. Simple. This will go fast. Next card. On top of destiny, what do we get? Justice. We may have had a great balancing come down in our life here spiritually, having to do with our destiny. Things are balancing out, is what they're saying. On the love, 9 of Wands. That's about, you know what, I'm going to read from this one. 9 of Wands is usually about a final push, wanting to give up, this kind of thing, but giving it a final push. See what it says here, because these chakra cards are a little different. Okay, what is that? Orange. Because they don't go by, they go by color, not by numbers. Okay, the 9 of Wands here. Yeah, igniting an inner fire. Pushing forward when it's time to stop and heal can create costly mistakes. Hold on here. Pushing forward when it's time to stop and heal can create costly mistakes. First emotionally, then elsewhere. There will be a price to pay in the future for a decision made in the present. Recovery, stamina, and patterns. Are you willing to stop burning yourself out? Okay, give me a minute here. We may be burnt out in the love direction here, but we may be making decisions about going in a new way that we may regret in the future. Okay, going forward on the new direction, we get the Lovers card. Yeah, well, that's pretty freaking clear. We got love at our forefront here. Something about destined love here, okay? And decisions made within. We want to go in a new direction here with a lover or toward a new lover. Justice is looming, just with a question mark. Okay? Is this justified is what I'm getting. On top of that Justice card, we get the Sun. This is about the destiny, right? We're trying to get towards our destiny. Justice, I feel like that's from above. They're going, watch it, be careful. The Sun is about happiness and joy that we may be feeling at this time. Okay? Again, the love is pushing from the back here, and the 9 of Wands is about being, you know, how far are we going to go here till we burn out? On top of that, we get the 8 of Swords. That's like we're feeling bound here. We feel bound in a love situation or bound by some decisions we need to make within a love direction. On top of the Lovers, it just jumps into the love side here right away. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is about stability and whatnot. Stability, security, within celebration of love, really. We're looking for stability within a lover, okay? And we feel bound by certain things here. Either we have someone in our midst here that is either attempting to create stability. We do not feel stable with them. There's something we're not seeing, something we don't feel right there, but we're looking for stability no less. But the Sun is pushing all this energy forward to get us to our stability and our lover, right? Because it's fated, it's destined. So what do we get? As we clarify the Sun here, we get let two become one. Well, what? This can't get any more tighter in the love direction here. Like, give me a break. Holy. Okay, guys, Libras, destiny. It's our destiny to either meet a lover or whatnot. Justice is here to create. It's like that's the universe going, they're going to meet, and this is it. The sun is shining. Yes, it will be happy and great and joyful. Let two become one. I feel like this universal energy is going, putting this, it's this vibe. And until they both walk into the same storm cloud, they're just not going to. So something here is hinging on this. So we go to the middle card, and that is, again, the love itself. What's happening on that? We have the Nine of Wands, which again is about burning out. Things are burning out here. We may have a love here that's burnt out, but it's destined. Could that be? Well, that's what I'm getting. We feel stuck and in a rut with this partner. Are they our destiny? I don't know. On top of that, we got know your fears. We may have fears about a partner here that we're destined to be with. We may be moving away from a partner we're destined to be with. Destined to marry or gain stability with. On top of the stability, we got be patient. Something to do with the process here of moving into a loving relationship. The universal energy is very high to get these two together. There's something here Libra's not seeing. They may be in fear of within the partnership or within going forward to this partnership that the universe is trying to push them to. Okay, the numerology card, 41, self-discipline. This may be the target. We may have no self-discipline. This creates havoc in trying to join with another. Green is the heart chakra. Orange is about meeting in and amongst people, communication, the unions with others, not just lovers, but having to integrate with people. Thank you. Integrating with people, Libra here, that I'm picking up on. Again, not for everybody. They're having a hard time integrating with people, may have trust issues, whatnot. We certainly are burning out of the direction that we've been in, not feeling secure there. The universe is calling for patience here. Let's keep going into the love side. First card, Nine of Cups. That's about dreams and hopes and wishes being fulfilled here. If you look at this card, you got to see the looks on their faces, even though they're wearing masks. Okay, hopefully this will focus. She don't look too happy. In fact, she looks right pissed off. He's happier than I don't know what. The peace stubs are flying. Her cup is empty. She's not afraid, like there's no juice left in it. In fact, there's only one cup there that the bird's dealing with that may have some liquid in it. So it's almost like I want my wishes to come true, but not with this guy, right? Okay, let's continue. I don't want to stay up there. Okay, so we may feel like wishes and dreams can be fulfilled here in a certain direction. Next card is the Page of Swords, and he is about curiosity. Now, it's interesting because he's looking at this couple going, in curiosity, going, okay, what does it take? What are they doing? What's going on? This may be your feelings or the partner's feelings towards you. This could be a past partner or a future partner. I don't know which. Next card is 17 is the compass. Kind of like you see the shadow of the couple over this compass. It's kind of like, what direction are we going to take this? Now, this is interesting to me because it's basically showing the Libra going in a new direction. They want to go in a new direction, but there's somebody here. Like they're showing two couples together, but in the spiritual reading, the feeling I got was separate, single. So we got conflict. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, these energies are very, very hard to decipher. So I'm just getting frustrated. I know that's coming through in the bad way, but 9 of Cups. We got the Queen of Cups, okay? somebody here is, look at the lid here, it's just not open. She is holding it high because she values love quite highly. And those sashes that are hanging from her, whatever, decoration there, those are all relationships that she's been through, trials and tribulations that she'd had to overcome in order to come to a place where she wants to give her cup away. But here it is closed. There's someone that wants to, excuse me, ma'am, but that cup, can I open it? Well, you got to talk to me because I've been through a lot here. I'm not just going to give my cup away. She may have done this in the past, right? This may be her giving that cup away with no lid. That was not fruitful for us. So now we are going to go forward in this new direction. Someone of curiosity wants to know here. Okay, so on we go. What's this dude going to do as we go forward? Again, the roles can be reversed, masculine and feminine. We get the 9 of Pentacles. So that is your single and loving it card. That is about abundance that you have within yourself. You may be financially secure and have everything that you need to get by. So you really are not bothered by anything. You are single and you are fine with that. You are alone but not lonely. This is what this card encompasses. A lot of abundance within ourself without a partner. This one here, she's in wait for someone who is worthy to take that cup. And if she's the queen, usually it's only the king. A king of any sign that's worthy of taking or attempting to take that cup, or her allowing it to go, this kind of thing. Again, there's somebody here that has made a decision in the direction that they want to take here. If it's the Libra, I think it's out. The partner may not agree here, but we are single, so this is the way it's going. On top of that, we get the 6 of Wands. That's about success. Yeah, there's nothing to clarify. Just give me a minute. We feel successful on our own. We feel abundant on our own, and we can go forward successfully on our own, is the sense that I'm getting from the Libra here, okay? On top of that, Queen of Cups, the energy of love and care and emotions, this will go outward, but only to those of value that will give it back, balanced way. We have the Star card on top of that. This is the potential for someone. This woman is throwing all her energy into this man, overflowing, right? So it's interesting to me that we come on top of a water sign is really the gateway of emotion. This woman carries emotion, caring, gentleness, kindness, genuine, what's the word? Caring, kindness, gentleness, caregiver, this kind of thing. This all comes within this Cups sign, okay? The Queen. So she is wanting to overflow that onto a partner in a physical way. This is what she has to give. This is what she has to offer. Again, that might have been, what's the word? Abused in the past. That's not the word I was looking for. Exploited in the past. This may have been exploited in the past. So therefore, we're very tight with this. We're not going to give it away to just anybody. So I'm the single and loving it. You know, we're single, but we're doing okay. There's a lot to be proud of. There's a lot to be thankful for. We get the 8 of Cups. We will just continue to dream. This is the lover's dream card. You know, the flowers in the courtyard and they're dancing. Like, who does that? People that are in love do that. I don't think she's seen that. She's not had that. This is what she wants. Okay. So she is just going to continue to be single and dream of that lover that she wants. And when he comes by, then she will reward him with this. Now, 6 of Wands is about success. We may have made a choice here to let something go that was not serving us, literally. And on top of that, we get the 9 of Wands. Now, this is about introductions in a physical sense. I get very highly here is like kind of somebody here is wounded, somebody here is needing pampering, and somebody's indulging in that kind of energy. So, I mean, this woman does it quite highly as well. There's hope here for dream love. And what do you know? Someone comes along that needs soothing. And the flame here signifies that there is a great passion here between this couple that can gain us quite a bit of success. And if we want to go backward and time travel here, this may be a good connection to begin with. It's also an ending where we separated, we chose to go away, but it can also be a beginning where we choose to start things. Have successful beginnings with someone that we can feel passionate about. And there's an equal give and take here, and a sense of nurturing the masculine is what I'm getting. So whether you're whatever side you're on here, like a Libra in a feminine, if that's you, you could be very nurturing to this man, or a Libra man could be very nurturing to this woman, whatever. Okay. 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 On top of the stars that we have, that, you know, this Libra woman really has the ability to have a lover see stars in a good way, but they got to find that perfect one before they put any effort forth. We get watch. Now I was getting that energy from before. This is watch. Someone keeping an eye on you. Give me a moment here. Where was it? Yeah, this is the dude here. Somebody's got an eye on us. We may not know about this, or we may know passively, where we don't put a lot of strain here. Someone has taken an interest, curiosity in us, okay? In the Libra is what I'm getting. We're single here, so we're on the market, and someone is inquiring. They want to know if you're truly single or whatnot. This may be something that could make our dreams come true here. So on top of the dreamy love card, we get the code. Okay, you know what that is. What's said in Vegas stays in Vegas. And what's said is, or not said, is him and his affection for her. He may not ever speak of it. So this may never come to the surface. So why even bring it up, you guys? Like, give me a break. Somebody here is crushing on the Libra, is the sense I get, but not speaking of it. So hopefully this is a temporary thing. They may not be speaking of it this week or month as we move forward. Now, again, we end up with the dude here. So where's this coming from? Is this that dude? He said, yes. I said, well, then somebody's telling. Okay. One Sweet Day talks about affection that's given. Yes, this is can be very affectionate, because they both have a little bit of passion for each other, and they're both wanting to express that. So somebody is going to come out of the woodwork here. We may be watched by someone who's not wanting to say, but somehow we end up canoodling with this person and getting past some kind of ice breaking here. Now, on top of the stars, on top of being watched, what do we get? 13. There she is again. Page of Cups. Or the Queen of Cups, sorry, in the sex deck. So she is just waiting to give her love outward. Okay. Now, again, on the dreamy love, what stays in Vegas, or what is in Vegas stays in Vegas. There's some kind of secrecy here of someone not wanting to tell, but somehow this guy gets found out somehow. It comes to the surface, may not be through him. He may not say a word, but somebody, somehow we get to be in canoodling with this guy. So maybe he's just not telling how deeply he feels. That could be. So on top of there, we get the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about movement forward. Quick, fast movement. Give me a minute here, because I don't want to get this confused. Yeah, I really got to look into these more. Travel and transition. So it doesn't necessarily, because usually the Six of Swords means I'm out of here, but this not necessarily. In this deck, it just means traveling. This may be someone at a distance. So someone at a distance may be keeping an eye on us, okay? Period. On top of all this, you know, canoodling and great affection, what do we get there? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this would explain. Ace of Pentacles is about work and opportunities and success in that way. Again, we had a lot of success cards in this. We had the success card here in this lane with relationship and affections coming forth from someone who either we meet at work or offers us a job opportunity. There's a lot of offers coming through work here, connecting. This is not the only one I've heard of this. Somehow, some way, this person either opens up opportunities for us or helps us get into some kind of opportunities in the future. Sorry, is this supposed to be on here? Yeah. And this may be why, okay. Okay. They're telling me this stays in Vegas stuff. This, nobody's going to know. The reason nobody's supposed to know is because this may be a boss or someone of prominence. They don't want you to know that they care as much as they do. But somehow we get into a point here where we are communicating quite highly about passions and whatnot. And there's a lot of affection being exchanged. I'll leave it at that. Sorry, no, this was over here. Geez, I'm losing my touch here. Okay, so anyway. Again, travel is highlighted here. So either this person has to travel to meet you, or they're at a distance, or you travel to meet them, that kind of thing. Okay, to expand one further, again, the 13, that's the Queen of Cups. She is about love and emotions. We're on the sex side, so she's ready to give sexually to someone. It's going to be the Libra and where you're at. 41, the bottom of the barrel. So we may have been in a zone where we're just not getting things sexually in that kind of way. Things are at rock bottom, okay? But the good thing about this well card is that once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. So that's that, okay? Next card. Again, about the travel that's highlighted here. We may be having to travel to meet someone, either for work or for intimacies. We have the 32, which is the moon card, and that talks about the mechanics of the universe working their way through. We may have to wait a moon cycle for things to unload here. Can talk about timing. Usually talks about things that are in secret. The universe has the cards here. They're going to play them. This kind of thing. Highly destined is what I'm getting. So whatever it is, it may be someone you meet at work or through work, or even a boss. And the mechanics here, I think, are not going to be clear cut. I feel like we may exchange a lot of, you know, niceties and whatnot, but there may be a bit of an illusion. Because one, I feel like this person outside of the Libra is very much hiding their feelings. They're not coming forth saying, I'm very attracted to you. I want to date you. I want to be with you. I want to, spend every minute. This is not what they're saying. They're just trying to bring you into their zone so they could see you more often. This is really what I'm getting. That's part of the mechanics here of the fate that's happening in this love direction. Now, on the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, jobs, things I feel very much they want to get you involved in. We have the 6, the storm clouds, and that's where the illusion sits, right? Again, what did I say? It's having to do with the fact that this person is at work and there's kind of a business end that we deal with. We don't just open our cup to everybody, right? But somehow here we bridge a gap where we start gaining affections of the partner, and then things start to take a turn. I feel like they're telling me that of the future, but we may be an illusion because this may be something at work, and we may be the business type. It's just not going to cross that line. Now, fortune card. Cracker, positive energy surrounds you, love, joy, and good fortune awaits. So there's something coming down the pipe having to do with a job or someone at work, or you may meet through work or somehow like this. That creates someone who you can build affections with. And it is very highly fated that you meet them, and this is where you're headed. So it may not be a love at first sight thing. The sense they're giving me is, and I'm going down the line here, maybe 2-3 readings in front of me, it may be a slow burn. So someone that's very, how do you say, when you first meet them, it's not like you're going to go, oh my God, I'm marrying, you know, like you're going to see a wedding dress and all that. It's not the way it's going to go. It's just going to be someone who's kind of unassuming, and you just don't realize until you start getting into it. And that's a lot of what the clouds are here. There's going to be a little bit of illusion around this. One, because they're holding back, and the other is because the universe got their hand in things and they don't want you knowing too soon. But they didn't tell them Shauna's coming in to tell. But again, they don't give me stuff I'm not meant to get. They won't give me the information if you're not meant to hear it. If you're not meant to hear it, they'll just skip right over it. So anyway, those are the air signs. Holy llama. Okay, it's only 8:30. It seems like it's midnight. I will be in. I'll shuffle up and deal another set here. We got the earth to go, and then we're done for the week. Take care, guys. Have fun and be kind. I'll be back within an hour.